We're here for another week of Can We Entertain You while the internet is still active? Because it'll probably go out. Let's just be real. It likes to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But, we're just waiting for snow. That's all we're doing. 87-degree shift in temperatures from one week to the other.
I'll take it. We needed that. It was so goddamn cold. Like, just the worst.
It did not be 57 degrees the other day when I left Copper.
No, it didn't need to be that. Like, even 50, like 2 days ago, we really didn't need that. But yesterday, it was warm, but it was windy and icy, so it wasn't the greatest.
Yeah, no, I took yesterday off because when I woke up, I looked out and the tree in front of my place was like sideways, and I was like, fuck it, I'll just stay home, and that's what I did, and it was good, and I liked that. So, you can't be upset about that. So, yeah, whatever. But been riding a lot of product.
Mm-hmm.
Those new ride bindings, the Spectre and the Drone, are really good.
They are.
Got this thing here too. It's got the big old power strap on it.
I like that.
The acid
power strap.
Yeah, big old power strap. Hardest boot I've ever tried to get my foot into. Did not want to go in. That took a lot out of me. So it's also a very, very hard boot. Like, there's a lot of hard materials to that. So got that.
Yeah.
Got my my Bataleon phases. Got my Rome phases too. So
when you riding those?
I think tomorrow.
Sick.
I think I'm just gonna do a whole day on them. I want to have like a slight me day, so I figure that's probably riding the katana phase is the best thing for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I don't know. Got a few other things to ride. Trying to figure out where our Rome stuff is, but the rest of it.
That would be nice.
What's up?
That would be nice to have. I mean, since part of it showed up, it would be nice to have the other part of the order, but who knows? Hopefully the UPS guy didn't just take it from us.
Fucking idiot. FedEx. It's FedEx that's the worst. They're too lazy to walk up the stairs to my place, so they've been putting it in front of the storage unit's door. And I'm like, dude, that's not where it goes. It goes on the front door. And the guys go, well, and I was like, you put it in a puddle of water. Are you fucking retarded? You don't know how hard my job is. And I was like, what? Pick, box up, take, please sign. I was like, you're not even a real FedEx employee. You're a contractor. You're a subcontractor. So you act like you are, but you don't work for FedEx. You get zero of the benefits. Like, showed up in your own truck, dude.
No.
Yeah. Well, the other day they tried to back down the alley and they smoked the trash can behind the Hearthstone and just murdered the damn thing. It's like, oh, and the best part was they probably had something to deliver. It's probably to me, and they just like looked at me and they just got and just took off. I was like, all right, whatever. Shit fucking happened. So I do want to tell you guys, there is a link in the description. Mobility Duo, Mark and Sarah are offering for the next 2 weeks, 1 month for $7, all access to all the Snoga classes on their website. So there's a link down there, and the discount will be applied at checkout. Otherwise, it's $30 a month regularly, and it is set to auto renew, so you would have to cancel it. But for $7, you guys could get some serious access to a lot of yoga classes and other things to help you guys with PT. So I know some of you are very geriatric and falling apart on us. So might be a good thing for you, So anyways, all right. We got the first super chat of the day from Saulans. I work during a live chat, but always watch the replay. Just want to say thank you for all you do. And I'm having the most fun Quiver and season to date because of your reviews and advice. Well, we're glad we could help.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's why we're here.
He follows it up with another one. He's like, aftermarket footbeds are life-changing. Daily Driver is a spring break resort twin. Park Party is a party mod, and my Sunday Driver is a Megadeth. May add a pick your line on ink during spring sale. Enjoy Thirsty Thursdays, everyone. Which Thirsty Thursdays coming up? If you're in Colorado, Ski Cooper, $45 lift tickets. It's $220. We'll be meeting between 9:30 and 10 in the base area by the main chair, which if you don't know where that is, I don't know if you've ever been to Ski Cooper. There's only one chair.
There's only one.
You'll see it. We're right there. We'll have a big group of people. But I ran into Jordan from Nerd Snowboards. He's bringing some demos up. I know Mott's from Stronda's showing up, and he's going to bring some boards. So we're going to have the radar gun top speed challenge. We're also going to have the wife race. So if you're bringing your wife, make her race for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, make her show her love to you by racing other wives and beating them. We'll also be having Greco-Roman creamed corn wrestling in the bar too. Wife's optional. We've got that. We'll be doing feats of strength. Yep. You might even get to see the Jones sub-rep Travis get bench pressed by Kevin Bees himself. For that. And we might even throw in a hang 10 race down the little bunny hill area by the magic carpet.
Mm-hmm.
We're not responsible if you murder yourself.
Yes.
All right. Ooh. I like this one from Rich Foster. When I was a beginner 30 years ago, I started with device. Oh, God, those were awful. Got on flows for 26 years. My 62-year-old back can still bend over, but I'm wondering if you think phase will be as easy as flow. It's not that it's easy. It's different.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get a different response. You're going to get a two-strap response. Like the big thing with flow is they don't have that heel cup. And so you have the high back, and then you have the chassis, and then you have the straps. And that's what they call their power triangle. And there's more give in there. Like they're really different with how they carve. This is going to bring you more towards a traditional binding where you're going to have a functional high back in there. You have a heel cup. You're going to have straps. Like the big thing is, you're still going to have to bend down and tighten the heel strap. It's going to be faster than trying to strap in with a two-strap binding. And I think phase is the future. It's that in-between ground, in my opinion, between a step-on and a flow. It's like somewhere in between there, or a Supermatic. So I think it's going to be a game changer, though, for a lot of people. I don't know. You've been riding it for like 30 days now.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, it is going to be different. It's not like kick the back of the flow down, kick your foot in, flip it up, call it a day. There's still going to be a learning curve. Even if you are coming from flow, no matter what binding system you're coming from, it is different than any of those. So it is going to be just a different way of getting in, almost, where it does feel a little weird. Once you get it down, it's super easy. And like you can do it on the go, but like if you want to stop, sit down, do whatever, you still have that ability to hop in. So it's just going to be a different sensation. Like you said, it is going to be probably a little bit more responsive, especially going on that heel edge. But I would say before you buy it, make sure you just like try to slide it in. I'm sure they're going to have those boards in there, like with the binding mounted, so you can try putting your foot in, taking it out, and seeing how it feels. So I just try that a couple times, make sure that your back and everything will be able to still be accustomed to that system.
I mean, the good thing is you're used to a flow, so you're used to going toe heel to put it in, because most people are just like, I put my foot in. Because at the Loveland demo, I had to explain. I was watching people at the Bataleon and Rome tent. They were just like stepping on everything.
Yeah.
And I was setting the guy up to help Brad. And I was like, okay, just so you know, you got to go in toe, then heel like this. And I was like, toe, heel, toe, heel. And I looked at him and I go, how do we go in? And he goes, toe, heel. And I put it on the mat and I go, show me. And I made him do it 3 times. And I was like, I think you're good. And Brad was like, oh, maybe that's what I need to tell people. And I was like, that's it. It's just,
Yep.
So, all right. Okay, we're going to take this one from Michael Jackson. Uncle Avery, boot fitting question. I have skinny ankles, wide feet. At times, I feel like I crank down my top boa too much. What's an easy trick to take up some volume in the ankle shin area? So you're going to go on a website called Tonar, TOGNAR.com. And you're going to type in boot fitting supplies. And there is going to be I think it's like an 8x8 section of foam. It's like a 3M adhesive foam. And what you want to do is buy one of those, and then you're going to cut it up the middle. And I think there's a video for this in the Boot Fitting 101 series, but that video is probably like 8 years old at this time. I don't even know. It might be 5. It's at least 5. But what you want to do is you want to cut it up the middle. Then you want to take it before you pull the adhesive and trace it over the tongue of your boot on the liner. So like you're going to pull the liner out, and let me. No, those are burrito wrap. Yeah, here we go. So if this is your liner, right? What you want to do is, you want to open it up so you can get into it. Like, maybe you have to untie the internal harness, whatever. And so you got your tongue. And what you want to do is take that foam and lay it over at that section and trace it so that it matches. And it's going to suck up the volume down the middle of this. And then after you trim it, peel the back, put it in there, rub your hand back and forth on it. And you might want to take a heat gun and just hit it a few times with that just to like heat it up, and then just tighten it down. Put the liner back in the shell of the boot, tighten the boot up without your foot in there. Let it sit overnight nice and tight so it holds into that place. Then the next day, you're going to put your foot in there with that foam in there. That's going to suck up about this much volume in there. And so what that's going to do is make it a little more snug. And that's just going to suck up a little bit more space for you. So, you want to make sure that you're taking care of that. And that's just the big thing is you just need to suck up that excess space in there. So, yeah. All right. We got our boy Shane over in the East Coast. Looking good, boys. Been missing the stream lately. Forgive me if you already ran into this. What the fuck is up with these new step-ons that still have the ratchet? They're trolling us, right? Hashtag praise Gord. It's phase.
Yeah.
Phase. Like, unless you're talking about the good old Clucifers. Fucking dude, the amount of people sending me photos of people with Clues and the ratchets are on the inside. And I'm like, that says all you need to know about a Clew user. The funny thing is the bindings aren't anatomical. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, phase is the future.
Yeah.
I should have the Bataleon and the Rome ones up at Thirsty Thursday, unless I have to send them back. But if I don't, I should have them up there if anyone wants to look at them. And TC will be riding the Jones ones. Mm-hmm. So people will be able to keep an eye on those. So if you're making it out, let you come by, finger my ratchets, put your boot in my binding.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'll let you slide into my binding.
Yeah, let's put your boot in my binding. You can take it in from the backside. Yeah. All right, from P. Kerr. Cheers, boys. Hope you're well. Concerning boots, do you add anything to the liners to keep them from smelling? And another one, are traditional laces easier on the foot and arch fatigue over boa? Thanks. So the big thing is if they're smelling, that means that you still got moisture somewhere in there. Mm-hmm. So the best thing I can tell you to do is right now, take your liner out of the boot, take the footbed out of the liner. And if you got an old like tube sock, fill it with rice and just shove it in the liner, and then take some paper towels and wipe down the inside of your shell and your footbed. Like just leave it like somewhere where it can sit in the sun and kind of just cook itself and dry out. And that should help get rid of it. If they're really, really bad, you can put them in an oven bag and shove them in the freezer for 24 to 48 hours. And that will kill the bacteria. But right now, it sounds like they're probably still wet somewhere in there. Mm-hmm. So that's.
I've also used just old pieces of newspaper too. If you want to crumple them up, stuff them in there all the way up. Pretty much keep it so that air can flow through, so you're not just jamming it super tight, and then putting it next to a fan or something, and that should dry out the boot, and also the newspaper will absorb all that moisture in there too. That's what I used to have to do with soccer cleats. But like you said, my boots like don't stink because I dry them out. Like
Yeah.
they just, until I get like over 100 days on them, and then they start stinking. But I don't think there's any avoiding that after 100 days, like especially in the spring.
I had a set of boots that were so bad. My German Shepherd sniffed them, and the fur went up on the back of his neck, and he growled at them. And he'd come in the room, and he would just growl at him and like prowl next to him. And yeah, but the other thing you can do, there's a company called Dryshare, and this is what I use. They're like these plastic exoskeletons, and inside they're just silica packs that are shaped to fit in there. And I drop those in my boots. So I leave them in my boots overnight. But when I go to the mountain, when I take off my boots for getting around town and stuff, I put those into those boots when I put my snowboard boots on. So they're constantly perpetually working and stuff. So that's always a good one there. All right.
Yeah, and those ones are cheap and don't use any electricity or anything. I think, didn't you say those are like 20-30 bucks on Amazon or something?
Well, yeah, I don't think they sell them on Amazon anymore. I think you have to buy them direct.
Okay.
But they might sell them on Amazon, but I don't know. I've had those now for almost 10 years, I think. So, and only once have I ever had to reactivate the silica packs by just taking them out of the plastic exoskeleton and leaving them in the sun. That's it. Like, those things are solid. So, all right, we got Barndon, not Brandon, Barndon. Knee pain lasting a week. MCLs after 2 feet of powder at Eldora. Smash and pow, high speed wheelies and drop small cliffs. 220 pounds, 6'4", 153 Dorka, bent metal transfer, K2 Terra Tamai, 40-year-old broken vet body. Any advice to mitigate pain? Aftermarket insoles in your boots. You might need a stiffer boot because the Terra Tamai is a super soft boot. That's super, super soft. So that could be something, or that might not be anything at all. The bent metal transfer isn't the most damp binding out there, but you can swap the drive plates on that. So you might need a stiffer or a softer drive plate on there. There's that. The other thing is the camber profile on the Dorka literally is designed so when it goes like this, it hammers all that reverb in from that front foot, hammers in right to so that you feel it in your ankles, and then it just goes right up into your knees. I'm surprised you're actually not feeling it in your hips. So, it might be time to get more of a powder specific board that's camber dominant with rocker,
Well, yeah, I was thinking maybe even look at an excavator for Eldora, or I mean, if you're like strictly riding Eldora, you could also look at a P Seeker as well. Just because I rode that board at Eldora, and I was like, this thing's really fun here, especially come springtime when it gets all
even a
slushy.
super pig would be more damp.
100%. Yeah, I think you're right with footbeds and something camber underneath your foot.
I would look at the new Jones Storm Chaser because you get that big rocker in the nose, and then you got that camber that's set back in there, and that should dampen. You also actually another good one that would be good for you is the Nitro Dinghy. If you're on an Orca, like the 52 Dinghy would, or is it 50? It's either a 50 or a 52. But you're 220, you probably want the 55. Oh, wait, it's 55 and 60. That's what it is. Yeah, you want the 55 Dinghy. That would be great for Eldora. So you got some options there. Let's see. Okay. From Michael Vogelman, thoughts on the 2025 Burton Deep Thinker? I'm thinking of getting it for all mountain daily. I don't think about it. I don't have thoughts on it. I don't care about it. It exists, and that's where it can stay as far as I'm concerned.
I haven't ridden it in 5 years.
What's up?
6. I haven't ridden that board in 6 years now.
Hasn't changed.
Yeah, and I mean, there's way better boards for what it's made for. Way better.
Yeah. All right. All right. Well, we got Milo. Not sure if you all touched on this yet, but do you know what the pricing is going to be for the new phase bindings compared to the standard model? Was it $329 for the 32?
$319 for the regular 32, $329 for the Volcom one.
Okay.
And then I honestly think it's only $20 more than what, say, like a katana would actually cost. Because isn't it $379?
I thought it was $349 for the katana.
Okay.
It's somewhere in that range. It might be $369, but I think it's somewhere in that $349, $369 range.
Yeah.
So you're getting them for sub 400, which is kind of funny that this bullshit is $500.
Yeah.
And like, here's the funny thing, right? Like this is kind of the direct competitor to it. Adjustable heel cup, adjustable straps with quick tab, adjustable forward lean, adjustable toe ramp on there. You know, you've got just a better product all the way around. So kind of funny.
Yeah. I think all of them will be sub 400, and I think it ranged from 320 to 379, I believe.
Yeah.
And I mean, it could go up, could go down, depending on how manufacturing goes, but I think that's where they're
tariffs.
at.
And tariffs. Can't forget the tariffs. So, so prices may vary depending on the mood of Emperor Cheeto. So, yeah. All right. Okay. Mark Mancuso, 50 years old, 5'11", 210 pounds, size 11.5. Need a second board for my dad bod 2-board quiver. I have a 61 wide Jones Frontier, no park, but like switching ollies. Is it volume shift time or something else? I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, you could do like a War Pig. You could do a Telos backslash. I don't know, man. You could, like,
I was even thinking, I mean, you could do like the spring break powder twin as well. If you want to, if you want to ride switch all the time. You could also do a like Jones Mind Expander twin if you want it to be loose. But that's really up to you. I mean,
here's the real thing: 203 BBC. That's it. You just need the big black. You need the big black cannon. That's it. 203 BBC. There's just nothing like riding a novelty board.
Could also do a Doughboy. That'll ride switch as well.
Yeah. Ooh, 195 Doughboy. Yeah, I could get down with that. That would be good. I don't know, man. Like, you know, you got that Jones Frontier. Like, maybe you want to check something out from Amplet or Karua. That would be another one. Like, you know, get yourself into something a little more carving focused. Shit. Let's see. Trying to think what else might be something fun for you. I don't know. Get a Dinosaurs Will Die Pow Reaper.
Don't do that.
Everyone just riding around on a casket. Everyone,
don't do that.
Everyone be looking at you like that. So, yeah. All right. All right. Quentin Travis, which Rome board is the same as the Rome National from 1617? None. They got rid of it from their line. There's nothing in it that's close to that anymore. That's not the way they're going. I mean, if you absolutely had to, I'd probably say the Stalefish. Maybe. But otherwise, they literally changed like their direction of the company after Bjorn left, and that was his board. So there's nothing in there. Oh God, this is awful. From Waco. Listening in tonight, not really watching. Went to the Alps a week ago. Got snow plowed by a drunk skier, as been told. Was out for 1 to 2 minutes. Still need a lot of sleep. And my archetype is fucked up. Fuck that guy. Damn. Like, fuck that.
They're loose out there, I've heard.
Yes. Yeah. So, all right. We got Brad Rusted. What's up, guys? Looking for a board to go hard charging with and hit some jumps. Was thinking the Beyond Metals. Thoughts are the recommendation. 6 foot, 200 pounds, 10.5 boots. # Zima Soup. I mean, if you really want a hard charge, you probably want something stiffer than the Beyond Metals.
Yeah. Probably.
and you want to hit jumps, I would go with an aeronaut.
Yeah.
Or a candle rain.
Something like that. I mean, definitely the Beyond Metals is a good board, good for jumps and everything, but I think it excels more like just all mountain like side hit board as opposed to like a big jump board. Like if you're looking for something like that, I mean, you could even do like a hypnotist, which would be great, or a bench warmer, because you could still take both of those all mount and still be able to rip them. Hell, you could even do an antidote. Like that might be your best option, because then you could still take it all mount and still have some float with that 3D in the nose and tail if that's what you're looking for.
You got the boot and the girth for an antidote. So there's that. Trying to think. What else?
Jones Tweaker Pro.
Rome Ravine Pro.
Rome Ravine Pro.
You could do like a Yes Standard on ink.
Nitro Team Pro as well, if you want to go real stiff and jumpy.
Yeah.
I mean, even a basic on ink. It's not going to be the greatest, like all mountain, but it does have that setback stance on it, so you can actually ride it directional if you want to. So you got a lot of options, my man.
You got options for days. For days. Don't forget, we also have a poll going in the chat. So this week's question is, will it ever snow again? We have yes, no, check the back of the toilet, and I'm just here for a rant, which people are being optimistic. We're at 34% saying yes, but 30% are saying they're just here for a rant. So could be good. All right. And Charles with the super chat. Gorb left the East just to ride East Coast ice yesterday at Echo. At Echo. Took him to Echo.
Hey, good for him. I've never been to Echo.
Thursday, Gorb is the master of ceremonies. All complaints need to go through him.
Yes.
Yeah, so all right, let's see what we got. Let's see. From Decon, Avery, do you think that the failure you had with your thraxis will be widespread with this year's? Yeah, oh, fuck. So for everyone that doesn't know, I'm having boot fit issues, and I got a new set of thraxis, and one of the dumbest things that I've seen them do is they moved the side boas more forward and up, and so when you actually tighten it, it causes it, and they switched it to the cloth instead of the steel cable. So, and they got rid of the eyelets. So what it's doing is you saw it, you see it bulges here on the side when you tighten it down. And as such, because of the bulge, the tension isn't there. You're pushing right through the boot. I think it's a fatal design flaw. Like, I'm trying to get a hold of the boot designer, and I'm going to talk to him. I'm actually going to write up tonight. I'm going to write up everything that needs to be fixed on it and be like, this is a boot you shouldn't have done anything to. It's literally a boot you just leave the fuck alone. The people that are going to buy it know what it is. That is a boot that can run for 20 years and no one's going to give a shit. You don't need to change anything.
I mean, that's exactly what Solomon did with the Malamute, and I've never heard such pissed off people in my life. Like, so many people have been like, what'd they do to it, dude? It's dog shit now. I'm like, I don't know. I don't make those boots. Like, I don't even ride those boots.
Yeah.
But I've had so many people say that same thing.
Well, it's funny. I was talking with Shane Johnson from Tribute Board Shop up in Nelson. Shout out to the Tribute Lounge, the Riders Lounge. And we were talking about it. I was like, I've literally been in a K2 boot now for 17, maybe 18 years. And I was like, it's like one of the most consistent pieces of equipment that I've had. And you just took that away from, like, I'm riding a 2-season-old one that, because I had dead stock last year. So it's got that boot probably right now has 180 to 190 days on it. And it's stiffer than the new one that they gave me because the way I creased it, I pushed right through it and was like, what the fuck? And so I'm trying to, and like the screwed up thing is with that new one, the boa housing right here, the cable, I've gotten it so tight that it's cut through, and now the cable comes down here under the bottom of it. And I'm like, well, I'm playing Russian roulette every day I go out in that thing. And I'm like, this thing's going to snap. The good thing is I got a set of size 10 Insanos that actually fit me. It's not stiff enough for me, but it fits. So I could ride the Insano if I have to. And hopefully Nidecker's watching and you guys are going to send me those Kita APXs. Really like to try those out. I was hoping that the acid boa from Bataleon was going to fit me. I can't get through the instep here. It took me 5 minutes to get 1 foot into them. That just like the tongue is so just the way the shaping is, and it's just like this tongue is. It looks like the high back to the blaster binding. Like you actually get up close and look at it, and so like I put my foot in, and like once I got my foot in, okay, except right here, it's too narrow, so it's putting pressure on my internavicular bone, and I'm like, yeah, not totally down, and then. This is the stiffest boot that they make, and it's stiff, but I was like, I pushed right through it and was like, nope, not stiff enough for me. So I'm making do with what I got. The good thing is John from Remind sent me a set of the aftermarket liners, and so I might actually go back to this thraxis and see, because I've got 4 or 5 pairs of this exact one. So between those, I can probably find a good right and left. Like this right is actually in really good shape. And I was like, I just got to find the best looking left. And then I think I have to restring the cables on them. So I'm going to go down to Underground and pay Phil $20 to redo all my cables. Because that's how lazy I can do it. I'll just go pay Phil $20 to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pain in the ass.
It is. It's a time thing, because the best part is I can drop it off when I've got Baroness with me, when I'm walking her, and then I can go do a full lap around town and come back and it'll be done. You got to get 2 birds stoned with 1 kill.
We do.
Yeah.
You get 2 birds stoned at once.
Yeah. That's what Ricky would tell you to do. So, but yeah. So I do think there are some issues with the thraxis this year. And I wasn't the only one from talking with people. They're like, yeah, I've had that boot and it felt like it was getting softer, quicker. And I was like, yeah. So, and I've seen companies do this. Like every once in a while, someone will just have a bad production year. I mean, and you're just like, what the fuck? So, yeah. All right. Well, we got a super chat from our boy Letters. 14 days until Thirsty Thursday. The degens are descending on Colorado at an increasing rate. Fear the tism. You can't run from the artards. Hide your borts and goons.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we're doing dinner the 19th at Castaways. Come on by for happy hour. I told them to make extra trays of Rangoons because I know everyone's going to eat them up.
Yep.
Okay, we'll take this one from Wallabeezy. What up, dogs? Will Rome Bataleon extra large bindings fit on a wide-ish board, say 25 to 25, 4 centimeter waist? Yeah, no problem. Done it easily. You're fine. Don't worry about it. All right. Take this one from Clendo. Got K2 editions and a 59 wide yes typo, both on a killer deal. Thanks for the helpful videos. We'll be doing trees, steeps, and cruising with my dad. Have a great winter in Oregon so far. That's a great setup. That's a really good setup.
Yeah.
Like you're solid with that. All right, we got our boy Bees here. Travis's reckoning has come. I just can't wait till I'm like in the bar talking to someone and I look out and Travis is just on his shoulders, like getting squatted, and he's just going, "This isn't fun anymore. Please put me down." For frame of reference, Travis is like a little hobbit. He's short, he's furry. Maybe more like a dwarf, I guess. I don't know.
I was thinking Yukon Cornelius from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the claymation.
Oh, that's perfect. The bank and the Rankin Bass. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, the guy that just is always licking his pickaxe. That guy.
Yeah, no, that's Travis to a T.
Yep.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, 5 feet tall, 6 feet wide. With really tiny feet, though.
Yeah.
Tiny ass feet.
Real tiny. 5.5.
Yeah. You got baby feet. So if you push him, there's nothing for him to stand on. He'll just topple. weak support there. All right. We got Senior Kobe. Homie clapped his 2020 Capita DOA suggestions on a board that will be similar, but not a POS DOA. 6'1", 190 pound, size 12. We ride Pacific Northwest, cement, no rails, hella jumps. Get him a K2 Hypnotist. He's hitting jumps. Get him something a little more snappy. Come on, that's a great board, you know? Like, no, that's fine. That's a good jump board. Let's see.
Ride zero.
Or if you want a bench warmer.
Or a bench warmer. I was just thinking flex-wise, zero.
Flex-wise, yeah, the zero definitely is up there. Roam Agent.
Yep.
Agent's a good one.
Mm-hmm. This Nitro Team?
Yeah, well, that's Directional Twin.
Okay, well, 2 centimeters isn't going to kill him. That's my girlfriend.
I don't even think it's 3. I think it's just...
it's like maybe 1.5.
Oh, my God. Some guy was trying to argue with me that this much on a Directional Twin made it impossible for him to ride Switch, and I told him it was a skill issue. He threatened to kill me. Then I was just like, really? I was like, so today when I was riding a tapered Arbor Coda Switch and laying carves, I with like this much setback,
yeah,
like fucking retards. All right. Anyways, let's take this next one. All right, we got Angel Garcia. Hey guys, I have Union Stratas and Ultras and just picked up a ride moderator. Should buy a stiffer set of bindings or use what I already have. Thank you. I mean, I would personally, unless you're trying to be a little more loose, but in that case, go with the Stratas over the Ultras.
Yeah, I would ride what you have first. And then if you think it's too loose for the style you want, then maybe get something and just check out our top 5 for workhorse bindings. And that should answer pretty much all your questions there. But I would say ride the Stratas on there. If it feels too loose, then get something else. But try it before you buy something.
Yep. From Andrew Mahoney, using boot dryers, taking the liners out, or just fan? Depends. This time of the year, with it being super warm, I would probably take the liners out. But if it was like standard issue where it's still cold during the day, I would just leave them in there. When it hits the spring, definitely take them out if they're getting soupy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I normally have to in the spring where I'll take mine out and just kind of set them on top of my boot and just have a fan blowing at them. And that should get them dry enough by the next day.
It's okay. The degenerates of our Discord are saying 90 plus days on my Masis with the dry shirt, no smell. And then Letters is letting everyone know I bought dry shirt on Amazon about 2 months ago. So those dry shirt boot dryers are solid.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got Eric Chen. Hi, both. Averin, did you try the Katana phase yet? No, it's been sitting here since last week. It literally hasn't moved from there. Remembered you mentioned that you might try it last week. Any feedback? No, it's been sitting there. Thank you from an old and broken. Yeah, no. Tomorrow I think is probably going to be the day. I don't know. We'll see. Like, really want snow to come in. I got like 10 powder boards I have to ride.
That's where I'm at too. I'm like, tomorrow might be a whatever day because everything else is pow.
Yeah,
everything else is pow.
Well, unless you wanted to go make turns with the Chameleon.
Yeah, but I want to get that one in powder after talking with Chilton about it. Like,
I know
really
I didn't really get to ride that in POW, and I had to dodge rocks. Which today I got a new description of the weather. Squirrels.
Squirrels. You got squirrels out there?
Oh my God, they were everywhere today. I almost hit 2 of them. I was going down through the side hit senders, and little fucker came out. And I was like, squirrel. And he looked at me and turned and ran at me. I was like, no, I will hit you. And then he turned and ran and jumped off the trail. And then I came around the corner and there was another one. And I think I sprayed him and launched him off the cat track.
Did you see the snowboard racer, the Super G racer or whatever it is? They're the gate racer that like almost ran one over this week too?
No.
Oh, now that we talked about it, you'll probably see it on Instagram, but there's a video of one dude just going through a gate. And it's like this close to just totally decapitating a squirrel. And this like just blows him out. And you're like, oh Jesus. Like they're coming after us. We have to look out for the vermin.
They're suicidal.
We had an agreement.
From Yim, have black labels always had carbon in the base? Found unused. 2023 is cheap, but don't really care about the high backs. Love the shadow band, by the way. Thanks. Yeah, they have. I'm pretty sure they have. The big different, the 2023 is generation 2, so that's got different foam in the base, and the heel cup is different, like the shaping of it, because I broke them. I had 3 generation 1s, and I broke them, and that's the big difference in there. From Hamster Coolbane, do you have any boot fitting tips on pinky toe pressure hotspots on new boots? Yeah, don't be a bitch. Like, it's going to break in. If you're really worried about it, heat mold. If it's really bad after the heat mold, cut a little X right where the pinky toe is on the outside of the liner, and it'll push the foam out. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right. From our boy Chef Drew up at Alta at the Snowpine Lodge, which everyone, you got the money, go to dinner up there.
Delicious.
And if you don't have the money, just go to the bar and get the sandwiches, the hot Italian.
Yeah, that's really good.
Pulled pork is good too. And but he's asking, I'm pretty sure a tribe of Clewsers followed you guys to Utah and decided to start a cult here. I've been seeing them everywhere this week. Go figure they'd show up the week after the snowboard industry left.
Yeah. That was timing on their part. I was happy. I never saw any. I know I had a bunch of people be like, "Hey, did you see those Clues here?" And I was like, "No, luckily I haven't."
All right.
So yeah, Utah was good to us.
Utah was good to us. You were good to us. Everyone was good to us in Utah.
Yeah.
We will be back. All right. From R Rainer 00, did you have any thoughts on what Caleb Flowers said about Burton using step-on licensing to stifle competition? No one seemed to agree with him. I thought he had a point. He has no point. Go back to last week's live stream, and I want to say it's probably at like an hour 20, hour and a half in there. Someone probably has the timestamp for it. I fucking went in on that retard. And that's what he is. He's a poser-ass fuck. Fuck that kid. He's a poser-ass fuck. And I can say that after trying on his shitty high-end boot that he created. That shit is worse than a rental boot. I'd rather have a Burton LTR boot on my foot than that thing. That kid can't design for shit. All he does is go on Alibaba and look for shit. The fact that he couldn't figure out how to make a binding is all on him. So.
I don't think it's to stifle the competition either. Like,
there's more strap bindings than there are step-on.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, it would make sense for them to license it out, especially because if Burton spent, say, $3 million on making it, and you saw K2 spend over millions of dollars making their clicker, and nobody wants the clicker. You can't give that shit away. So it would make more sense for companies to be like, we'll just take the step on, license that out, save the money, and be okay. Like, and if it goes belly up, you didn't really spend that much money, and you don't actually have to pay them if you don't really sell any. Because I'm assuming it's based on that licensing agreement where you sell X number of bindings, you owe us X amount of money, and if you don't sell the bindings, then you don't owe any money. So I don't know. I don't think it's a stifle competition.
No, don't listen to posers. Don't listen to posers like him. He's a poser ass fuck. No one in snowboarding actually likes him, I've discovered. It was really funny how many people actually talk shit on him in Utah. It's like, go back to skateboarding, bud, or go back to Kentucky, or go back to selling knockoff Patagonia puffers with duct tape placed on them so they look like they're abused for $500 to fucking tech bros, dude. You're a poser fuck. Like, get the fuck out of snowboarding. So I have no love for that guy. I really hope Grenier puts me onto a group chat with him, because I'm pretty sure the fireworks would fucking fly. I would call in. I'd set that shit. Holden Barth, if you're watching, make it happen. I know you lurk in here. Holden. So fucking make it happen. All right. John Doe, hardest trick you can do. I can strap in standing up. Seems a lot of people can't do that if you read our comments.
Have you seen my half pipe game?
Ooh, actually.
We haven't played that one in a while.
Let's see. I don't think it's on here anymore.
I don't think it is. I
think I had to delete it for some stuff. Damn it. I need to keep that in here for good times. That's always a good one, but damn it. No, I was hoping that was still in here, but that wasn't. Bummer. Oh, well. Okay. And BT letting us know he clicked the links and got a Mega Merc. Thanks. Yeah, remember, in all the reviews, top fives, we do put affiliate links in the description. We make it easy for you guys, and we're adding new affiliates, like new shops, like small shops. So we just added one of our local shops here, Base Mountain Sports. We just got that set up. TC's going to start posting links for that. So doing that. And if you are traveling to Summit County, because we get this question a lot and people need boot fitting help, go to the Base Mountain Sports located on Main Street, Breckenridge, and ask for Creston Doverspike. He is a solid boot fitter. I've sent a lot of people there. TC sent a lot of people, and we want to just make sure that those guys are being taken care of. So yeah.
Yep.
All right. Okay. We got the Mish 220, 6'1", daily, a 160 wide cruiser with Katana's first Japan trip plus deal plus shop homie equals pulled the trigger on a 56 nitro / validated or rookie. Bring both. Bring both for sure. Bring both for sure. Yeah. But you're solid with that slash, dude. You're going to go float. Have fun. Yeah. Ooh. I like this one from Beziums. Will you and TC be attending the chairlift speed dating at Echo for Valentine's Day?
No.
Well, TC's taken.
Yeah.
And being 42 and single in a mountain town, and when they ask you what you do for a living and you say ride snowboards, it pretty much just ends the conversation. Like, I'm in a seriously committed relationship with snowboarding, and that's pretty much where it's going to stay. And that's what I got. I'm in a committed relationship with snowboarding. Besides, that chairlift speed dating brings out like all the recreational people. I have nothing in common with those people. Every time I get on a chairlift and one of them tries to talk at me, I'm like, why the fuck are you speaking to me? You're trying to tell me about snowboarding, and I'm like, what? Shut up. You know, nothing wrong with being a casual, but we are not the same. We are not the same. No. Nope. If I'm going to date someone, I want them to be a power realtor that has a lot of good clients and is willing to buy us a house in just about every shred town that I want to go to. That's what I want. She can go sell houses all day. I'll make sure that I'm back by 2 and dinner's on the table at 5:30. I got this. I'm good.
I got this.
I got a slow cooker. I know how to do this. I got recipes. I got a cute dog.
That's true.
I know how to budget and live well below my means. I can do this. I'm good. She can be the breadwinner. I don't care. I'm all about that. Just let me snowboard every day. I'll fucking retire from this. I'll just be a house husband. I want to be like my friend X over in Vail. He's a Vail house husband. She's a power realtor, and he just hangs out with the kid. And now that the kid's in school, he's like, it's great. I just drop him off at school, and then I go shred. I pick him up from school, and then we go to the skate park, and we skate.
Exactly.
And I get home, and I cook dinner for the wife, and that's my life now. I'm jealous. It's what I want.
That's not a bad life.
Yeah. No. This one's good for you from Hunter E. Thoughts on the Volcom and Quicksilver stuff? Might not be here next year.
Yeah.
I know Volcom's closing down all their retail locations and blowing shit out up to 40% off right now.
Yeah, their website has like clearance stuff for 50% off, and then just regular shit like this year's stuff is like up to 40. So doesn't sound like they're doing well. They got rid of most of their team except for Longo and Gooch. And it sounds like all those dudes last week went to Brighton and burned all their outerwear in the parking lot. Like,
they were burning outerwear?
Yeah. They're burning their old Volcom outerwear. Like, fuck this. So I don't know. I haven't seen much with Quicksilver. I just know, like, I've been hearing less and less about it. Like, and honestly, I don't know. It seems like they're down the shithole pretty quick. Like, and I mean, Howell came in at the right time because it sounds like they're crushing it at every shop I've gone into and asked, like, hey, how's Howell selling for you? And they're like, amazing. Like, for what you get from that company is like way better than what Volcom has for like 15-15 or 10-10. It's like twice as much money. So,
Well, and
I
that's the
mean,
thing. So, like, Colleen Quigley's working for Patagonia now, and she worked
mhm.
for Solomon, and she's worked for other brands, and she's doing some cool stuff. So, like, I'm curious. And you look at like what North Face is doing, and then L1's got their Theorem line. I was talking with Shane yesterday from Tribute, and he's working with a company called Skyline Outerwear out of Canada, and it's like old Burton AK stuff, different cuts and stuff. So he's going to try to get some stuff for you to try out. See,
Yeah.
like that technical stuff. I've never been a fan of Volcom, like ever.
That's because it doesn't fit you. It fits me really well because I'm tall and skinny. So it's
No, it's
perfect for
not even.
me.
No, they have stuff that fits me. I'm talking as a clothing brand, as anything. I've never really given a shit about Volcom, and it's just like I'm like it exists, and I'm like, but I've never been like, oh, I need to have this. The only piece that they've ever had that I wanted was that dust box jacket that they did last year that looked like an old L1 when Mike Dawson was designing outerwear for him. It's the only jacket I've ever cared for. And then I put it on and it was like officer short shirt because it was just boxy. And I was like, oh, this doesn't work for me. So
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, growing up, like the people that wear Volcom, I like to call them like the SoCal Brads, and they're like bros, but they're not like frat bros. They're like, I listen to Bro Him by Pennywise and drive a lifted truck, and they're like, look at my tattoos, and I'm like, you are literally the epitome of everything I do not believe in, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that's Volcom to me. I'm just like, I just don't care.
Just being at that demo at Brighton, I only saw 2 people with actual Volcom kits. Otherwise, everybody else had something else on Dakine 686, and sounds like Dakine's going in the shithole too. But
Dakine's in the shithole, but a lot of L1, and I love L1. It was funny because I ran into Benny P from Nitro L1, and like Dave Spruley, the Dark Blizzard himself, was there, and he like looks down and he's looking at my pants. I was like trying to figure out where that print's from, and he goes, "Yeah," and I was like, "You used to sell it," and he's like, "What?" And I was like, "It's a 2017 L1." He goes, "I can see the press lines in it." I was like, "Oh yeah, it's brand new. I ordered it from Athens, Greece." I was like, I'm like, and then I got into a conversation with them, and they're like, "How much L1 do you have?" And I was like, "Well," as I always joke, I was like, "Some people have quivers of snowboards. I have quivers of L1 kits."
you
And
do.
believe me, I'm probably going to buy more. I know how I am. The
Yeah.
second I pay down some credit cards this summer, I'm just going to max them out again and be like, hey, I just bought 40 more kits. It's great. Like, some of my friends today, they were like looking at me and they're like, I think that was Averin, but I couldn't tell because I've never seen him in that kit before. That's a weird combo. And I was like, oh yeah. Wait till I bust out something that's like 20 years old that looks brand new. So
Yeah.
So all right, we'll take this one from Zeke Peters. I started riding park a while back, and I'm looking to move from the medium jump line to the big line. I ride a 2025 Evil Twin Plus. My question is that going to be enough board for 30-plus foot jumps? I mean, you'll find out. Fucking send it. You'll know right away after the first time you do it. You'll figure it out real quick.
Yeah. For me, I don't think it would be enough, but you might like a different feeling than I do, because if I'm hitting jumps that big, I want a stiff board that I can pop and know I'm gonna make that knuckle. Because if you don't, that's when you shit your own pants and it sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you'll know. I mean, I don't know. I hit a jump the other day with the new Bataleon Disaster Plus. Don't recommend that. Holy shit. Nose and tail were like, just folded. I was like, God damn, I think I need a 160 wide. That thing was sketchy. All right. We'll take this one from Dan Martin. First season back after a 5-year hiatus. Welcome back. I bought a GNU Rider's Choice 158 wide C2X for a one board quiver, I want something that carves better for my 6'1", 210-pound frame. Not a park rider. Go grab a ride deep fake.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Go grab a ride deep fake. You need to get just sell that GNU. Go get a ride deep fake. Like, you shouldn't have even been on the GNU. If anything, you should have been more like on a rig from LibTech or an E-Jack knife, or even a banked country from GNU. But yeah, no, go grab a deep fake. He'll thank us.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, I'm kind of sick of this guy. So you go get him out. You're asking stupid questions. All right. Phineas Franklin, is this the year that TC will finally find love? Powder Tool Steamboat wants to know. They've met your girlfriend.
If Finn's too young, I don't think Finn has met my girlfriend.
Oh.
He's I think he's 18 now. That's why he's working in the shop. He grew up in that shop.
He's old enough to get a Zim job. I'm coming for you, Finn.
Get to work.
Yeah. Yeah, get to work. Don't make me call Bernie to yell at you. I will call Bernie right now. I know you're standing there right in the center staring at the TV. They're answering my questions.
Yeah. I know there's some boards that need scraping in the back.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, I like this question from M. Plan on making poor financial decisions at the end of the season. Why don't you just do it in the middle like the man? Looking at a 2-board Quiver with an Aviator 58 or 60 and a banked country 59 or 62. I'm 6 foot 180 with an 8.5 ride tried. If you got an Aviator, you don't really need a banked country. Mm-hmm. Or if you're going to go with the banked country, you don't need it. There's too much overlap, realistically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, you're 100% right there. Where you got to pick one or the other, and then I don't know. I would do like an Aviator and like a alternator or something like that if that's really what you wanted to do. But I would probably keep the bank country and go with like something a little bit softer than an Aviator, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's okay. We've got a good one here from Lufkin Snow, the Lufquizzle himself. Best boot for a 42-year-old dad of 2 with a diminishing skill set, asking for a friend. Is that friend Matthew Lufkin?
I saw him ripping rails the other day. It's not.
Don't let him fool you. He lies about his diminishing skill set.
He does.
Still a better snowboarder than I'll ever be. Shout out to Matt Lufkin though in public snowboards and air blaster outerwear. Yeah. Shout out to Matt. So these are, which by the way, Matt, we need a public catalog and we need some boards. By the way, but no, the best boot's the one that fits your foot and fits your needs. You know, a lot of people go see what you like.
Yeah, yeah, try something on.
Yeah, get out there. You know some people that work in shops. Make them boot fit you. Tell Bernie you want a custom boot fit job from him specifically.
Yes,
and make sure you don't wash your feet.
Yeah. Make sure you do it after riding all day and then come in once your feet are wet and sore and just you're over the day and you're like, God damn it, I got to get new boots. Go in and see him then. He loves that. That's his favorite.
Yeah. This question's for you from Curtis. What bindings go well with the ride Berzerker?
I would probably go with a pair of C8s if you're going to stick with ride. You could go down to a C6. But I just prefer the 8s just with the ankle strap and the new high back on it. Otherwise, I mean, obviously, the Jones Mercury is going to be amazing on that. So that's what I wrote on it. And then I'm going to hit you out of left field with a pair of Solomon Highlanders. Go with a little bit softer of a heel cup, but still that heel toe response because it only does have carbon 3 in it. So those are the 3.
All right, we'll take this one from Doug Supreme. Is that like Supreme Pizza or Taco Bell Supreme? Or is it Vermin Supreme? I want to upgrade from Contact Pros. Can I have directions? I was thinking the Rome Katanas, but I don't know what direction to go. Just get the Katanas. It's going to be more damage still going to have a ton of lateral play where you need it. It's a good logical progression. It's going to be more stable underfoot. You're not going to have as much ankle flexion from it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see. We got Mads. Do men's battalion boards not get clapped out like the women's? I'm on my 3rd battalion, and on day 20, my push-up plus was officially clapped. I don't know what you're doing. Are you coming from the top rope on everything? Like, clapping a board, there is no one-size-fits-all model. Like, you could clap it in 3 days. You could clap it in 100. It comes down to how you're riding. But here's the thing. If you're clapping them out repeatedly, maybe it's time to look at a different brand.
Yeah, 100%. Those boards just might be too soft out of the wrapper for you just in general. So you ride it for a few days and then it finally starts to break in and you think it's clapped out. So I would, like you said, go try out some different brands and see if that's actually what you're looking for. You might need something with a little bit more carbon in it or a little bit more like basalt in it or something where you need some stiffening agents and not just that faster base and a little bit thicker core.
This one's for me from Mark Mancuso. Uncle Averin, Chiefs or Eagles? I've maybe watched 10 minutes of a football game in my entire life. Like, I don't give a shit. I hope that a plane with Elon Musk crashes in to the field and just kills Taylor Swift. That's where I'm at. I just don't care. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm going to be doing? Sipping fruity drinks at the tiki bar because it has no TVs in it. It's going to be great. And eating crab rangoons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It surprised me how many people in ski towns actually don't watch the game. Like, they'll just be walking around, especially when I worked at Powder Tools. It'd be like people walking around, be like, "Oh, there's football on." And you're like, "Yeah, it's a Super Bowl. What are you doing here?" Like, we don't watch football.
When I used to work in the liquor store, it would go one of two ways. It would either just be my regulars getting off work and they just come in, talk shit the shit. Hey man, why don't you have the football game? Or the best was the guy would come in and be like, "Why don't you have the game on?" And I'd be like, "Oh, baseball season's over, man. It's the winter." And they're like, "No, the Super Bowl." And I was like, "Super Owl? Super Bowl? What is a Super Bowl?"
The Super Bowl.
They were like,
Super Bowl movement?
Yeah, Super Bowl movement. Like, I would screw with them so bad. Like, I literally don't care. I remember one time someone came in and just said something stupid to me, and I looked at him, looked back, grabbed the volume control, and just turned it up on the music. "Can't hear you, man. Fucking music's too loud." And just went back to work. Like, I just don't give a shit. I don't care. I'm not even going to watch I don't even have cable. I'm not going to stream it. I'll probably watch like Ghostbusters 2 or something.
Ooh, that's a good one.
You know, I don't know. I was really excited this week. They finally put To Live and Die in LA back on Amazon Prime. So I watched that the other night. I was like, "Oh, that's great. I'm freaking out. Fucking love it. It's good."
Warner Brothers just put a bunch of movies on YouTube for free.
A lot of people are. A lot of studios are doing stuff like that. So it's cool. I don't know. Tubi's been on fire lately with some really obscure 80s horror movies that no one should watch. I'm loving it. It's great. I don't know. Maybe I'll go watch Ghoulies 3, Ghoulies Go to College or something. This is literally like, I don't give a shit. We'll take this one from Jason Lawrence. Just grabbed a 25 Nitro Pantera based on your review. Board was out of stock on the affiliate links. Cheers, guys. Appreciate it. Fuck. Thank you.
Thanks.
Oh, you're solid. Thank you. We appreciate it. That board's fun. I don't like riding it, but it's fun.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, perfect. Letters with the clutch. For the Caleb Flowers rant from last week, it's at 1 hour 47 minutes.
That's a late one.
That was. Damn.
Yeah.
All right. We got B Shreddy. Where should I buy footbed, shims, and J-bars, etc.? Tonar.com, TOGNAR.com. Just search boot fitting supplies and it'll pull it up. J-bars will run you, I think, $5 or $7. Footbed shims, I think are $10. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. All right. So what do we got here from Frost? Dude, Powderhorn is my local. The base has 36 inches and falling the last month. The place is probably going to close by the end of February with how hot it is around here. La Nina has come with a vengeance. Things are about to change this weekend. Things are about to change. I love Powderhorn. Powderhorn's just fun. They got that single chair that just goes like straight up. Oh God. This guy's struggling from Migs. My giga-wide quadruple E foot only fits the wide Burton ions in the 32 Team 2s. Trying to find something more durable that'll stay stiff for more than 30 days. You should look next year at the Solomon Echo Wide because they're redoing that mold, and that might fit a quadruple E, and it's going to be stiffer.
Depending on if you have a fat ankle as it is right now, their wide Echo might actually fit you really well. But if you have a skinnier ankle and that super wide foot, then yeah, possibly wait until their next year's ones. But if you got fat ankle, that might be a good boot for you.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to try to pronounce this name and hopefully not summon the devil at the same time. Rishab Priyadarshi. I hope I said that right. I'm sorry if I didn't. Will the new Falkers be good on the black snowboard of death? I ride mostly groomers and some free ride. Appreciate all the solid advice on the channel, guys. Love from Italy. I mean, that's what that board and binding, that's like the combo that Capita Union recommends. So yes. So yeah, go with that. Yeah. So let's see. Okay, let's find something here. Ooh, I like this one from Listen Closely. When will you guys be reviewing the new Scott Stevens 32 phase binding? That's like the one that is like the wild card if we're gonna get or not.
Yeah.
Like, it depends if Dave's coming through our rep or not, and if we can grab one, which he said in March we might be able to grab that from him. So
yeah, I assume he'll be there for the slash and burn.
Yeah, and I think that would probably be. I'd be like, yeah, just bring the set for us and we'll grab them. And although at the rate things are going with Yes, we might be grabbing his demo fleet. Yeah. And then we got the super chat from Christian Romero. I ride a Custom X as a daily driver. I would like a stiff board as the Custom X with an easier turn initiation for moving between trees. Could be a flagship pro, be good for me. Regards from Chile. Love your work. I mean, it's the flagship pro is going to be way more nimble. And it's also going to have a better side cut because it doesn't have some bullshit radial side cut because Burton's lazy on making a better side cut.
Yeah. Either that or like a deep fake or hell, even an Alchemist would be better than what you're on. Like
shit. Like Stronda Descender would crush it. Even Irrational Revenant. The Revenant. Yeah, that would be a good one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so. All right, let's see. Like this one from Letters. Why did I just get an ad for Sticker Giant? Because they paid for it. Fuck that place. Go with Sticker Giant? No, Sticker Giant's good. Never mind. I thought it was
I was like, wait,
you just told me Sticker Giant. Sticker Giant's solid. No, that's where we order our stuff. Sticker Mule. Sorry, fuck.
I was like, shit, I just texted our buddy that. Just being
No. Sticker Giant is solid. Shit, we ordered I think $1,600 worth of stickers at the start of the season from them. So, Nathan Mathias, who do you think the worst bomb hole guest of all time is? Caleb Flowers?
It's a hard one to say because I haven't seen them all.
I mean, I would like to say the motocross guy because I don't follow motocross, but if we're talking snow, because that's what it is, I'm just gonna go with Caleb Flowers. Fuck that boner. Kid sucks dicks with his butthole.
You could do that. You could even say, I guess, skiing because it's a snowboard podcast. But and they had what's his name, Tanner Hall. Was he the one that was just bitching on there?
Tanner Hall's kind of funny though when he gets on because you never know what he's gonna say. He's also the dude that rolled a joint on Fox News Live. That was hilarious.
Yeah. He also got kicked out of the Grand for smoking weed in the Grand. Spliffs.
I think he might have slept on my couch once when I lived in Gold Camp. Or due to her. Like, I think he went partying with my boy Pat. And Pat was this guy that I kind of just inherited. Like, I moved into this place, and my roommate's like, "This is Pat. He's your problem now." And I was like, "What?" I just move in and I just get a human? Okay. And then Pat didn't leave for like 8 years. And Pat would go out to the bar and bring random people back. It was always funny.
Yep.
All right. Okay, I like this one. 99 problems, but Switch ain't one. I need an option or two for an all-mountain side hitter playful board that makes a few park appearances every day. What do you got for me? Oh.
Side hit playful board.
Spring Break Resort Twin.
Yeah.
That's number one right there. It was our it was our number one top 5 all-mountain freestyle board. Like right there. Go for it. Boom. Done.
Bataleon Beyond Medals.
Yeah, that's another good one right there. You know, like depending on how stiff or soft you want, you can go ride Shadow Band or ride Algorithm in there. That's a good one. I do like that new Solomon Assassin too.
Yep,
that's fun. Yeah. Yep. All right. Okay, we got Mike Loncar. Hey, gents, looking at a 2025 Nidecker Escape. 159, 5'9", size 9, boots, 225 pounds. I'm fairly aggressive, but laid back as well. Thoughts and any other recommendations for a resort board? Might be a little small for you at a 59. It's going to be great when you're being laid back, but being aggressive, you're going to fold that thing because it's not an aggressive board at all. Like, it's kind of underwhelming in my opinion, honestly. Like, if you really wanted something better, go look at the ones. Go look at the ride Algorithm instead. I think that would give you more what you want because you can be laid back. But that Carbon Ray 5 at 225, you're going to be able to flex into it and get snapped. Or even a ride Berzerker. Although that might be a little more aggressive than you want.
Maybe, but that size 9 boot will fit.
It gets a little twitchy when you go slow.
Yeah.
Or, you know, let's see. You could do like a Capita Mega Merc.
Mountain Twin Pro?
Yeah.
Or would you just go regular Mountain Twin?
No, I'd go with the Mountain Twin Pro because it's not that big of a jump from the Mountain Twin to the Mountain Twin Pro. And if you want to be aggressive, that's the better one to be aggressive because it's got the Coroid in it, so it dampens better, in my opinion. So that could be good for you too. All right. Here we go. Ryan Heather. Any board advice for a Sasquatch guy size 15 foot, 6'7", and 185 pounds? Yep. You want that Lib Tech Skunk Ape Camber. That's the board for you right there. The net follow-up to that, the Wired Arc. Those are the 2 boards I'd look at right there.
Well, we also have a top 5 for
Sasquatch boards. We do.
Yeah, for yourself especially. So go check that one out if those other 2 didn't trip your trigger, but they're on the list.
Yeah. I like this one from Nathan Mathias. If you had to sell one board, what would you get rid of? Nitro Quiverkin? Nope. Nitro Quiver Pow, K2 Antidote, Capita Super DOA, and the Solomon Huck Knife.
Huck Knife.
Yeah. There's too much overlap with Super DOA. The other, everything
and
else.
The Antidote, even. Like,
yeah.
If I'm going to the park, I'm either going to take the Super DOA or I'm going to take the Antidote. And, yeah. Got to keep the cannon.
Oh,
got to keep it.
Got to keep it. And since you own a Quiver cannon, you should go to angrysnowboarder.com and buy my other snowboard. Is a big black cannon. Get that sticker. You want that?
Yep.
A funny one. Remember, buy your stickers, people. I need to keep TC occupied with other work.
Yeah.
He's the one that fills those envelopes. If you leave a special note, maybe he'll even like do something cool with it. I don't know.
Maybe.
All right. We got May Brian 80 deep fake or Assassin Pro for an all mountain carver. Deep fake.
Taper is a great thing.
Yep. Okay, we'll take this one from Thomas Blevins. You were right. Don't want a carving board. Change of plans. Gamma APX from Nidecker, Capita Aeronaut, or the Yes Grades. Your choice for charging and holding edge on Ice Coast. Any of these three you'd say fuck no to? I mean, I just go right to the Aeronaut.
I was thinking Greats.
Greats would be my
mid-bite.
Yeah, because that mid bite's that's actually probably gonna have the best edge hold for ice because that mid bite. So
yeah, I think so. But I mean, you're gonna ride them both the same, where you're putting power to the edge to get that thing to hold on ice. Like, and if you don't, you're just gonna slide around. So keep that in mind on both those boards. Like, they want to be ridden. Like, otherwise they will ride you into a tree.
Yeah. Let's see. I like this question from Space Monkey. Are you a shaved Space Monkey? I daily drive a Super DOA. I want to spend some money. What directional twin should I get? East Coast side hits, night riding on Chunder and Groomers. Thanks, guys. What's a directional twin? I mean, ooh. Well, you could go with the Mega Merc.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm just like literally the directional twin Super DOA, basically.
Yeah. Mega Merc, Algorithm,
Mountain Twin Pro.
Yep.
Mountain Twin Pro would be another one. Nitro Team Pro. That's a good one. Amplid Singular.
No, I could do a Rome Agent Pro.
That's True Twin.
Oh shit.
Yeah. But remember, click the links.
Yeah.
So all right. All right, from Carpe Diem. I have 9 boards, but 80% of the time I reach for my K2 Alchemist. Why is it so damn good?
I don't know. I did the same thing when I got my Alchemist, so just got everything you need.
Yeah. All right. Okay, we got this one from Gnarly Egg. I just got some pressure cracks on the top sheet of my Alchemist near the heel cup / footbed. Do I need to worry about it? I was using Union Carbon Atlases and the snow was mega firm. All you did was you torsionally twisted the board and you probably came down and that pressure from the binding had to go somewhere. It's more or less cosmetic if it's just like those little fine cracks. It's when you start noticing that chunks fall out, that's when I'd worry. But if it's just like little pressure cracks, I mean, I'm pretty sure most of my boards have pressure cracks on them in some way or another.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take this one from Pedro. Hey, I have an indoor survival 2024. What would you guys get if you want to start to hit more off-piste? Capita Navigator.
Yeah.
A ride moderator if you want something similar, flex, a little more directional. Jones Flagship. What else you got for this man?
K2 Passport, Rome Ravine.
Or Ravine Pro.
Or Ravine Pro if you want to step it up.
Yeah.
What else? What else would be a good one?
That's not good. God damn it, Amazon. What the fuck? Sorry, my stocks. I just lost $700.
Nice
from the
dog.
stock. That's fucking.
Okay.
Well, they reported record profits. I knew the sell-off was about to happen.
What else would be another good one for him?
Best thing I ever did was invest in Amazon when it was under $100 a share. It's my retirement for later in life.
Hell, you could even go with 6-stick from Solomon. It's gonna be soft, but
it's soft. It's playful. You could do a Rosinal /Shimi if you wanted to go that route too.
Mm-hmm.
You could do an Endeavor archetype because you can buy those still on closeout on Endeavor's website. And I think they were blowing them out super cheap. I think it was like $210 or $230 Canadian or something. It's like $180 US. It was ridiculous.
Amplet Singular as well. That's one I always forget, but I had a great time on that board.
I mean, if you're going to do Amplet though, instead, because you're going more off-piste, I would do. So they have some better ones. So like a Psychonaut would be cooler, a Spray Tray, even a Morning Glory. Yeah. All right. Let's see. All right, we'll take this one from Mars. Yo, Angry TC, Rome Freaker or Stolly Cruiser for mainly park riding is 156 good for 6'1", 185. Size is good. Go with the Freaker. I like that more for park than a Stolly Cruiser. I think it's better, in my opinion. I mean, I rated that pretty high for a park board. So yeah. It's just a good, solid directional twin. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I love this question from Andre. Thoughts on Glade Optics? Decent or Chinese guy? It's cheap shit. The company fucking sucks. Kurt, the owner, is a douche canoe. Like, fuck them. The company, it's knockoff open mold goggle shit. Like, I remember when they first moved here, they came from Vermont and they're like, yeah, we started this in Vermont. We're coming out here. Now they're like, we're based in Breckenridge and we started the company in Breckenridge. No shop in Breckenridge carries them. No, like next to no one uses them except for stupid tourist fucks that go one day or like 3 days a year. That's it. Like they buy them off Amazon. No, don't waste your time. Yeah. All right. Brian Brooks, single Yuki Pro quality. Yep. Wouldn't worry about it. Their stuff's solid. All right. David L. Any significant changes to the Yes Greats in the past few years since your last review of it? Are there better options for an ASIM all-arounder these days? There's been a change. Like, I think they changed the camber profile, like the amount of the height in the rocker or something.
I thought that was for this year or for this coming season. The new.
I don't know. Honestly, like my favorite ASIM is definitely the Nidecker Gamma series right now. Like that Gamma.
Yeah, that's APX, definitely up there.
Yeah, that Gamma APX is solid. So.
Yeah, Nidecker makes a good one, and so does Ride, whether that be the Benchwarmer or the Zero. Both of them are really good boards. So.
Too. All right, we'll take this one from B Shreddy. Going to Beaver Creek and Sunlight. Best tacos, Rangoons. I think you got to drive to Minturn to go to Rocky Mountain Tacos and get the loaded nachos. That seems to be it. Rangoons, you got to come to Breckenridge. It's Castaways.
Yeah. Sunlight's rad, though.
Sunlight's, you've ridden there. I haven't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. All right, we'll take this one from Andrew Hernandez. Thanks, Angry TC, for all that you do. Cheers from Niseko and Florano. Always full send and pow and keep shredding. Shout out to Tactics Board Shop in Sapporo. Support local even when it's abroad. That's awesome. Yeah, Tactics. Super stoked on Tactics. They've got that Sapporo shop. They've been a great partner for us. They're a great shop. They got 5 locations worldwide, 4 in the Northwest, 1 in Sapporo. And he's right. Send it in POW, especially when it's neck deep. So.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy Bennett sent you an invitation to my retirement party and got totally ghosted. You're like Motley Crue. You say you're doing a reunion Or you say you're doing a farewell tour and you're done, and then you do 5 more reunion tours the next 5 years. It's all a cash grab, Tommy. I'm on to you. It's a cash grab.
It's all a cash grab. Did he say he was retiring?
Who knows?
Well, thanks for the invite, Tommy. I know how good of friends we are now. I will not park next to you in the parking lot.
Oh, I like this one. This is a good one from the Van Bosch. Avery, now that Burton has brought on a new chief marketing officer from Four Moms and Elizabeth Arden, maybe you can pitch a top 5 list for snow brand executives that have never ridden a snowboard. I really want to talk about something I'm working on, but I need to save it until I can get it to where it needs to be. But that just says so much about them. Like, yeah, surprised they didn't just hire a bunch of people from Curated.
What is For Mom?
It's like a mommy blog shopping thing. Not to be confused with For Moms, which might be a MILF porn. Andrew P. Averin is less angry compared to 4 years ago. No, I'm not. I have figured out a way to channel it into stuff. You have no idea the hell fury that's about to fucking come down. I'm doing video essays, motherfucker, and it's gonna be ruthless. I figured out how to channel some stuff. You want to say I'm less angry? Say that to the family from Texas that ran their car into my house last year twice and then threatened me. I kicked both the mirrors off the car, dented the quarter panel, broke the bumper off, and threatened to kill them all.
Allegedly.
That is, yes, allegedly, because that's, yeah, allegedly. Forgot, that's sealed.
Yep.
Needless to say, when I punched a window on a brand new Suburban and broke right through it and almost grabbed the guy. That's how angry I still am. So I've still got the angry rage. Don't fucking let it fool you. Okay. Ooh. Oh, I like this one. I like this one from Chuck. He knows me. He knows what I'm looking for. Recommendations for a dad board for cat track wall hits with lots of pop and great edge control. I'd look at that Rome Stale Cruiser or Stalefish. Those are two that are right there that I would look at. In that you want something with a kind of a unique shape. You could get away with a Beyond Metals Bataleon, but I don't think that's going to give you the edge hold you really, really, really want in there. I like those weird shapes though in that thing. Like, what do you got?
I was thinking a moderator.
Oh, moderator, hell yeah.
Like a moderator would be great. If you're just living on cat tracks, that thing tracks really straight. It doesn't get twitchy or anything like that. So moderator's got really good pop. Trying to think. I don't know if there's anything from Arbor that I've ridden that I would say would be great for you.
No, Arbor's side cuts got wonky, and like if you sit on that back foot, like if you come down hard, that happened to me today on the Coda, and that's why I asked you earlier before we did this, like if you had it wash out, if you sit too hard on the back foot. Nitro alternator, that's a good one.
Okay, yep.
That one's got some boost. That thing's gonna pop. I mean, that's. I'd even look at like a K2 Alchemist or an Aviator.
Yeah. You know? I mean, even a Passport, if you're going to be just cruising slow, because the Alchemist doesn't want to go slow. That board just wants to go.
No, yeah, you're right.
So if you could do a Passport, it should have enough guts when you get away from being a rad dad and you're like, it's time to send her. It got all warmed up. That would be the way I'd probably go with it.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Let's see. What else we got here? Oh, I like this one from Underlicht. The Stronda Mackerel is out of stock. How close is it to the Storm Chaser? I'm itching to buy a POW board. They're comparable. I think the big difference that you're going to feel, the Storm Chaser is looser in the nose. It's got more rocker, so it actually climbs easier to get up, but it's not as stable underfoot, like under your front foot, actually from outside your front foot back on the Mackerel. It's a lot more powerful in there. If you're riding more lower angle, tighter trees, the Storm Chaser, in my opinion, is a little better. whereas the mackerel is better in open, but that's very comparable. And if that's what you're looking, you want to pull the trigger, I'd just go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like this question from Stan Smith. Be honest with me. Would a Pantera kill me? Solid intermediate, 210 pounds, athletic, 12 boot, Alps group. Yeah, you don't need it. It's too much board for it. I'll tell you that right now. Come back when you're an expert level rider, and I don't mean internet expert level rider. I mean a real one. Because you got to understand, I downgrade people when they're like, "I'm a solid intermediate." I was like, basically high level beginner.
Mm-hmm. Also, that board's really expensive.
Yeah. Ooh, I like this one from Migs. Burton just wants to attract more lodge mamas. Probably.
Taking up all the parking spots.
This kid's annoying me. You can go into timeout. All right. Okay, let's see what we got here. All right, I think we're kind of caught up. Ooh, here we go. We got Tyler Squirrel. Looking to replace my K2 broadcast. K2 took it out of their line. Would a ride algorithm be similar? Broadcast would probably be closer to a shadow band.
Isn't broadcast directional, though?
Actually, probably closer to a moderator.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's
directional. It does. It's got that weird, like, 0.1 millimeter of taper or some shit.
In a long rocker section in the nose, from what I remember, where I was like, it's not as precise as I wanted it to be. So
honestly, man, if you want something better than the broadcast, get a passport.
Yeah.
Just get a passport.
Yeah. Passport, moderator, or I'd say Rome Ravine would be your three options that'll be closest to the broadcast. Hell, I'll even throw in a flagship in there.
Yeah. Let's check in on this this poll for this week. Will it ever snow again? We're at 38% saying yes, 18% says no. 17% of you guys are doing questionable things with your nose on the back of a toilet in the bathroom, and I'm just here for a rant at 26%. 299 votes. We're gonna close that out for the day. Also, don't forget, for you guys that are curious about Mobility Duo's Snowga, they're doing $7 for a month of it for the next 2 weeks. That's what they're selling it for. So you can sign up, check it out for $7. There's like, I think 300 classes in there you can go through and see. It does auto renew. So if it does auto renew on you, that's going to be $30 for the next month, but just be aware of that. But I do have a link down in the description for you guys. All right. Let's see. Oh my God. All right. From, I assume, Thuan fam. It's Vietnamese. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, sir. Pretty sure that's Vietnamese. Please don't be an angry Cambodian. I'm looking to find my first board. I'm thinking between the Jones Mountain Twin and the Capita Pathfinder. Oh my God, those are opposite ends of the spectrum, bud. It's your first board. Like, Mountain Twin's going to be way more aggressive than the Pathfinder. You'd probably be better off.
Pathfinder wouldn't be bad, though.
Yeah. But you'd probably be better off on a Jones Frontier. If you're looking for something that's comparable to a Pathfinder, then that would be the Jones Rally Cat instead. But, yeah.
You could also do a Nidecker Score.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great board.
Yeah. I mean, you could do a K2 Worldwide Weapon if you wanted, because then you have a center base at least. Or you could do a Geometric if you want to save some money. You could do a Sleepwalker. Hell, Nitro Prime. What do you think about that?
That's a great board, too. Yeah, Prime's a good one. My dog is killing something. I'll be right back.
The Rome delivery guy.
Yeah, well, I think I might be getting a delivery.
All right. I'm going to keep her going then. All right. We'll find another one for you. We'll go chin strap here. Hey, Herbs. So we got chin strap. Do you guys change your edge angle from the factory 90 degree on average? Yeah. So I'll try to pretty much have it be 1 degree less than that. So it actually does have some bevel to it. Depending on the factory it comes out of, there is some factory bevel on it. Like I know Ride and K2 and Jones for sure put a factory bevel so you're not riding at that 90-degree angle, which actually isn't helping you anything whatsoever. It's better to have that 1 degree or even like up to 3, I've heard, for racing and stuff. But for the most part, I mean, I always have like that 1 degree angle on it instead of going straight 90. Like, do you ever ride a 90-degree angle?
I ride whatever they send me. You've seen how bad I am. I'm like, I don't tune my shit. I don't wax my shit. My old shadow band, I only tuned it at like almost the end of last season because I was like, man, it's really burred up. And poor Tiff, she was struggling. So I had to go over and just like, and it was like 2 passes on the edger and I was done. Did get a box. It's either Bataleon or Rome. I can't tell. So.
Okay. Sweet.
So, yeah. So might be something in there for me to ride tomorrow. I don't know. So, yeah. Anyways, all right. We'll take this one from Hunter E. When is TC's top 5 boards? Wednesday, next week.
Next week.
Yep, next week. So you guys are going to get that.
I don't even know I don't even think we have overlap on ours. So it's a brand new list.
I remember when we did it, we decided we wanted to talk and make sure that we didn't overlap.
Yep.
It's funny. People were like, oh, this board, you were talking this highly and you ride the shadow band. And I was like, yeah, so I ride it. That's my binding.
I like it. That's why
board testing bindings. It's a consistent board. I've got the kink sitting over here. Bunch of the Discord degens, the guys that'll be at Thirsty Thursday, watch me smash 2 feet of pow on a 55 ride kink. And I didn't sink like them.
Yep.
So, but yeah. So yeah, you'll be getting yours, that'll be on Friday. So, okay. I'm not going to do that. Okay. Oh, I like this one. I really like this one from 8850. What is up with the kookery being marketed these days? Got an ad for bone bindings and it hurt my brain. Should have hurt your ankles. Fuck.
Or your knees.
Yeah, fucking your legs should have been screaming out and that shit. So everything's cyclical in snowboarding, and you always have like these kook companies that come in and they do this shit. And they're always looking for validation and they're always looking for people to promote it and stuff. So I'm actually working on a video about the bone binding. Like I said, I'm working on these video essay things. One thing people don't understand is I actually reached out to the bone binding guys on Instagram and kind of grilled them like pseudo interview style so that I knew that I could make the video even better. Like there's that video of Gigi riding that binding and it looks horrible. That dude looked like he was struggling to pop an ollie with it. And
yeah, no shit.
Yeah. And then I know Yuki took it out for a spin, and Mark, the owner's Signal, was there, and he goes, dude, it sucked all the style out of him. Just sucked, like the worst thing.
Dude
like,
oozes style too.
I know. Yuki, like here's the thing. That dude crushed slope style and he crushed big air, and now he just wants to ride POW and like do backcountry shit. And you look at that and you're like, damn. Like, yeah. So, yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, that was kind of funny. I was just like, that shit. I don't know. Like, you guys have no idea how many targeted ads hit me. And you have no idea how many times I leave a comment. And I'm like, who the fuck is this for? Like, I pick on Gilson, right? You'd figure that they block me by now. They blocked me on Instagram, but they haven't blocked me on Facebook. And I just keep shit talking them. Like, I could do a whole hour-long video on why Gilson is the worst brand in the U.S. Like, making boards. Like, that shit. Like, I thought it was funny that last year, right before Thirsty Thursday, he hit me up and he's like, if you say that you'll ride a board and film it, I'll send you one. And I was like, or you could just grab one out of your storeroom and send it to me. We don't have boards in our storeroom. We build everything to suit. And now they've got a video. They're like, you see all these boards? If you don't want a custom, we'll grab you one. That's what I want. I don't want you to build me a custom board. Give me what you sell to the general public. Like, I was like, yeah, you fucking retards. Ugh. All right, let's see. Because I know you'll want to talk about this one. From Brad Rostad. Was the Travis Rice times Union Boots collab talked about yet? Take it away, sir.
No, we didn't talk about it. I mean, it's not even a collab. Travis Rice is like helping them make the boot. I think he's like considered one of the engineers on it. And I didn't know he went to a master, got his master's degree, but you know, sure.
Made in Italy.
I mean, it's expensive.
Oh, super expensive.
It's crazy expensive. They say they changed something in the boot molecularly when it comes to sizing. So as you go up in size, the boot keeps its same stiffness, which that is a problem for certain boots, certain companies. Like, I mean, it looks like a solid boot. I don't think it's supposed to be stiff at all by any means. I think it's honestly, I have a feeling it's going to feel very similar to the way Travis's boot felt.
Oh, it's DC Judge Travis Rice Pro Model, whatever.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be like that, where I'm like, not going to be for me probably, but I'll still try it on. I just don't want to pay the $750 or $800 price tag like they're saying it's going to be. So
it's going to be pricey.
Yeah, gonna be real pricey.
I did ask for one for the boot breakdowns for next year, and they told me that they're not ready, but in the fall they will have one. So they're still tweaking shit. So I was like, okay. And I've seen them in the wild twice, mainly people that work there. They look like a boot. I mean,
yeah,
you know,
they're not huge.
They're not huge. They're not bulky. Like, you know, they don't look like an old Northwave, which was good. I was happy about that. So I'm curious. Like, my theory is the first year is going to be kind of weird. The second year will probably start to get things dialed. And by the third year, the price will drop, I bet. And
yeah, probably. I mean, they got a factory to pay for because they created a whole new factory in Italy for these next to their current union binding factory. So, I mean, they got to pay off that factory before anything else. And I don't really know how many boots they plan on making this year, how many they expect to sell at that price tag, because that's more expensive.
The wholesale on that is high as hell. Like, I was like, Jesus Christ. Like,
it's just more expensive than
Steve said he was going to bring them in, but only like a couple pairs. Like he said, like I think 9 to a 9, a 10, and 11, or like a 9, 9.5, 10, 10.5, and an 11, something like that. So,
yeah, it's going to be a tough sell even for people that work in a shop. Like, you're putting boots on people's feet, they're checking it out, and then you go and have that one. And even if it does fit their foot the best, it's going to be hard to sell them on a boot that costs more than most people's snowboards in general. Like,
yeah, the people that are going to have that are going to have the Lamborghini board.
Yes.
Dude, funny thing about the Lamborghini board. Someone sent me a video, some chick in Japan, and she's like, come with me as I go snowboarding in Japan, blah, blah, blah. And she had the Lamborghini board. She was a fucking Bunny Hill bomber.
Hell yeah. That thing was fast.
And I was like, and she's talking about it, and she's like, yeah, you need these. I was like, I just left a comment. I was like, bitch, you don't need shit. You suck. I was like, fuck. What the hell? I was like, nobody should follow you anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, you bought a $2,000 board for clout. That was it. And the funny thing was, like, I looked at her profile. She only had like 31,000 Instagram followers. I was like, you're not even that big. Like, no. So, okay.
I wonder how she got one of those. I thought those were super limited release.
I think she just sniped it. That was it. That's what it like. Dude, she had dope and Montec outerwear. I was like, you're just I was surprised she didn't have the fucking turtle knee pads.
Yeah.
Shit, like fucking kook ass motherfuckers, dude. That's something that I can't wait to do these video essays on. I have been inundated with all these new snowboard influencers, and like there's a shitload of them that have popped up in Summit County, and they all ride Clews and shit. And this one dude, someone sent me the video, and the guy's like, I don't know if and he like side slips, just rips the pow down to the rocks, hits a rock. And I was like, and the comments, and he's trying to argue with people. And they're like, you shouldn't be in there. You shouldn't be in there. And I was out to be like, fucking skill issues, dude. Do better. Get some real fucking bindings. Put down the fucking selfie stick. And like, I don't think people understand the reason that I don't film myself riding is because I don't want to ride around with a stick in my hand. I want that hand free if I have to throat punch a random skier, or if I need to like grab a tree when I'm whipping through so I can whip myself around. Like, you've seen how I ride. I will grab an aspen like a stripper pole and spin around it if I have to. So yeah, I don't know, man. That's a weird one. Let's see.
I don't know. I actually have to finish the rest of that group chat to see if Travis talks more about the boots in it. I got like halfway through and I was like, all right, wait. I gotta take a break.
Yeah. Why is that not working? Oh, okay, let's see what we got here. You know what? Fuck this guy. Let's see where there was a question in here. Someone was asking about the acid boot, and I really want that question because I know I saw it. Where there he is. Where was it? I know I saw it. Well, anyways, we'll take this one from IK. It looks like Rome Snowboards is switching factory and having lots of boards overhauled. Any thoughts? It's not necessarily switching factories. They're just like, because some of their stuff was made there. But they do have a big overhaul. I think the list for like pretty much we're riding everything this year from them. Again,
yeah, their engineer was given carte blanche on that one, and they're like, go do whatever you want here. Like, you have full control over Rome this year. So he did a whole overhaul on the shapes and everything. I think he kept the cores for the most part, but he might have changed the side cuts a little bit on it from the sounds of it. So we'll see.
Some boards share like different. So like the tail shape is the nose shape of a different board for, I don't know if it's the Ravine or whatever. It's got like, there's stuff going on. So they played around it. But here it is. I found the question. It's from the same guy. Very curious about the new BOA Augstech on the new Bataleon assets. So I've got that right here. And so it's like, it's just a crazy power strap. It's not thick. It almost looks like the toe strap from them. I know it's kind of dark in here, but you've also got like that dual BOA on there. So you've got this one, the upper for the booster strap, and you can leave this looser, tighter if you want. And then you got the lower one. So it's a single BOA in the shell. And then the tongue is actually like TPU in there too. So it's a very rigid tongue. I was kind of hoping that these were going to fit me and I was going to be like, sweet, this will be the boot I use, but it didn't. It's also softer than you think. Like, I cranked these as tight as I could and I was still pushing through that booster strap for me. But you're going to try them on Saturday. So let's see. Ooh, I like this one from Lino Fernandez. Hey, TC, how do you get your feet into ride fuses? I have a pair and getting in feels like I'm twisting my foot off. Super comfy after they're in, though.
Loosen them up all the way, even like that bottom layer, like almost or like just loosen that up fully. Open it up, make sure your side bow is popped and just yanked out. So you have like that actual ankle harness just kind of flapping there. And that should make it super easy to slide into. But the side bow is the main thing. Like, I see a lot of people when they put them on, I've done it too. You go to slide in, you're pulling the boot up and you hit the side bow and lock it in. That's probably like one of your problems there. So I'll just open it up, make sure everything's out of the way. Just pull all of that harnessing fully out so there's nothing stopping your foot. And then I've seen people, I've had problems with it when they're brand new with the little, what is it on the bottom? They have that like little urethane-esque, or I don't know, stretchy material to keep water out. Just make sure all that, like a gator, I guess you can call it, but
yeah, it's like a neoprene sleeve that holds it together. You need to break it in and stretch it, but if you stretch it too far, it rips and then people blow the tongues out.
Yeah. So just make sure all of the laces like on the bottom are just stupid loose, like that you can just slide your fingers under them and you should be all right. Like that's normally what I do, and I can almost like just jump into my boots and just slide my foot right in. Like, it's not a big deal once they're fully undone. Like, might take me a little longer to lace them up, but I don't care. Makes it easy to get in, have everything centered.
Yeah. All right. We'll take this question from Angel Garcia. Hey guys, Bataleon, Astro ASIM, Nitro Team, or Union Forces for the moderator, and how would each feel different on the board? Thank you. So it's going to come down to the feel underfoot. The force will have the biggest disc of the three in there, and the team will have the smallest disc. So that's going to change the play. Then you've got the dampening pads, so the foot pads. So the Astro Asyms will probably be the thickest. The Nitro team uses the heel pad, so that's actually going to be more damp under the heel, but it'll still be kind of lively under the toe. The Force is like the good all-arounder. You can't go wrong with any of those. Me personally, I'd probably slap the Astro Asym, and then obviously you got the difference in the straps. What do you got for the man?
Yeah, I mean, your Astro Asym's I haven't ridden the Nitro team, so I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm assuming that the Astro Asym is going to be your dampest binding out there. Union Force, in my opinion, might have the most comfortable ankle straps on it, because I do like that padded molded strap that they have, that they've been pretty much incorporating throughout the rest of their line. And the dampening on that binding is not bad. It has been updated. It's way better than that just standard foam they had before. Now this stuff's like a waterproof foam, so even on slushy days, it's not getting sucked down or anything like that. So yeah, I might be with you on that one, where I go Bataleon, Astro, Union Force, and then like a Nitro team, just because I haven't ridden those yet. But it's very close between the Astro and the Force. So
they're all solid, and for that board, you can't go wrong with them. And go with the best deal. That's what I would say. Click the links, though. Click the links down in the descriptions of all of our videos. I like this one from Found Harpy. Just getting into snowboarding, looking to purchase my first board. I found a good deal on a K2 Instrument 57 and a Rome Warden 55. I'm 6 foot and 150 pounds. Do you have recommendations for which one? Get the Warden. Get the Warden.
Mm-hmm.
That's a board. You can abuse the living shit out of that thing. It's the shape on that, the way it is. You can figure out what kind of riding you want to do. It does a little bit. I love that board so much. So, yeah. So, but I think we're going to get out of here. I've got to go take the dog for a walk and let her go see some people. And all I've eaten today is a banana and a half a bag of Milano cookies. So,
just sugar.
I got to do that. I got to call my family and check on my old man and do a bunch of other shit. And I got 2 reviews to write. And you and I got to talk about some affiliate stuff, but shout out to Base Mountain Sports here in Summit County for joining our affiliate program. Shout out to Shane and Mark up at Tribute Board Shop for getting us into that affiliate program there. So we love having those guys in there. Shout out to Blower Board Shop in SoCal, which looks like they're getting snow. So if you're going up to Big Bear, stop into Blower, tell Dustin and the boys we sent you. It's always a good thing to go in there. They do really good boot fitting there. And don't forget Tactics up in the Northwest and Sapporo. We got that. If you're going to Steamboat, make sure you go to Powder Tools and specifically request Bernie for all your boot fitting needs. Make sure you don't wash your feet at all. He likes it extra stinky, extra stinky. But if you are going there, make sure you bring them donuts.
Yeah.
Donuts and pizza. So, but yeah, we're going to get out of here, guys. We'll be back next week. If you're a member of Angry Snowboarder VIP, TC's early review of the Atlas Step-On will be going up there. So we got that going for you. And otherwise, videos dropping daily. Next Wednesday, TC's top 5 boards. See you guys.
Thanks, guys.